Hey, I'm Jonathan Sewell at Bondy's Enterprise Toyota, and I'm sitting in a TRD Pro Tacoma to tell you about some exciting news coming in 2019 to the TRD Pro lineup, and it's coming right at you after this. Toyota is touting the 2019 TRD Pro lineup as a game changer. And let me tell you, if you're going to say that and you're talking about TRD Pro, it all comes down to suspension, because you're only as good as your suspension. And the TRD Pro lineup for 2019 will include Fox shocks across the board. So previously only in the Tacoma were there Fox shocks. 2019, the 4Runner and Tundra will pick them up as well. There's going to be some other changes for that, which we'll cover as we break down each individual vehicle. The other thing that I love about the TRD Pro lineup is it's known for reintroducing old colors back to the lineup, or the first introduction or first impression of all new colors. So this year will be, or 2019 will be, a reintroduction of Voodoo Blue. And I'm really excited about this because you haven't seen the Voodoo Blue since the FJ Cruiser. And I don't know if it's going to be as good or as, rating blues. I think the Cavalry Blue from 2018 is really far up there, but I think it will be awesome to see the Voodoo Blue and the 4Runner and the Tacoma and the Tundra, which we've never seen before. Now let's break down each individual vehicle. The 2019 Tacoma TRD Pro, as I mentioned before, still has the internal bypass Fox shocks with TRD tuned springs that give 1-inch lift up front. It's based on the TRD off-road model, but you also have those Fox shocks in the rear that will have piggyback reservoirs. So we're going to have a little bit of increased suspension in the rear. And of course, the amenities that you'll see on the inside with the TRD Pro headrest, also the leather trimmed steering wheel and seating will continue, but you will see an upgraded radio with Intune Premium with JBL. So you do have navigation and a subwoofer, as well as the app suite and some other goodies up front here. So the best is only getting better. One other thing to mention across the line on the TRD Pro lineup, that front skid plate, the TRD is going to be outlined in red, and so you will see a little extra appearance on the outside of these. And something that I'm really interested and excited about is the optional TRD Pro Desert Air Intake. It looks like a snorkel for me down here in the south, but it is optional on the TRD Pro, going to be mounted on the passenger side, and so will be positioned up higher instead of in the front wheel well. So when you are in a muddy, sandy situation, your engine's going to be getting the clean air up top. So that's something all new for 2019 in the Tacoma TRD Pro. For 2019, the 4Runner TRD Pro also sees a little enhancements. We've already talked about the Fox shocks, so they're going to be up front and in the rear with some TRD tuned springs for an additional 1-inch lift compared to other grades. But the 4Runner is such an iconic vehicle when you talk about off-roading. So this vehicle is very special. You will see some enhancements to the appearance, such as the front skid plate with the red lettering, just like on the Tacoma and Tundra, as we'll talk about in just a minute. But also you'll see an enhanced roof rack to the TRD Pro 4Runner. Again, you can carry all of your goodies on top, and it's going to be unique to the TRD Pro and not seen in any other grades. But I am really excited. Of course, you will see the amenities on the inside that you're familiar with from the last several years, as well as the new upgrade to the JBL Premium Intune with subwoofer. So you'll be able to rock out inside and literally climb the rocks on the outside. So the TRD Pro 4Runner is going to be fantastic this year. Still has a lot of the same carryover features, the matte black 17-inch alloy wheels, but they do have a little bit better wheel track travel because of the styling of those wheels, much like the Tacoma and the Tundra. So you will see a little bit better performance with those Fox shocks, and everything else will be relatively the same except for the awesome appearance on the outside with the roof rack and the new skid plate. And for me, I'm saving the best for last because I'm a Tundra guy. And so the 2019 Tundra TRD Pro is exciting to me because it does have some new features and benefits that we really haven't seen for a couple of years because they did not offer a Tundra TRD Pro for 2018. So not only are we getting back into a TRD Pro, but it's got some new features that I think is fantastic. To cover a few, of course, this vehicle is now integrated with Toyota Safety Sense P, so that Heritage grille is modified, so it is a new grille for the Tundra. Also on the Tacoma as well, which has that. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the Tundra will have all new wheels. These are BBS forged wheels, so still 18-inch, but they're designed to be a little bit lighter so you can do a little bit more when you're on-road or off-road with this truck. Again, we'll have Fox shocks all the way around with TRD front springs, and then dampened TRD spring leaf springs in the back for a better on-road and off-road situation, whatever the situation demands. Also, we will see that upgraded Intune Premium JBL. Also, blind spot monitoring, which is something we've seen on the Tacoma before, as well as the rear sonar. So seeing some upgrades there. Something that I didn't mention, which is across the board on the TRD Pro lineup, is the exhaust is now a black chrome. So a black chrome exhaust, dual exhaust on the Tundra, and it's going to be fantastic sounding, and the appearance really ties in really well with all the black accents on the TRD Pro lineup. So one last thing about safety on the TRD Pro. Before I jump into that, let me say that the Tundra with the new shocks and everything does have a 2-inch greater lift or sitting than all other grades. So it's really positioned well, and it's going to look awesome. Okay, so all the TRD Pro vehicles will have Toyota Star Safety System, which is 6 components of active safety. And as of right now, something surprising, but they are talking about 2019. As of right now, the 2019 and 2018 Tacomas and Tundras have Toyota Safety Sense P, which the 2019 TRD Pro vehicles will have, but no information on the 2019 4Runner. So we know that the 18 doesn't have it, so I was thinking it was transitioning to 19, but I guess we'll have to see, or wait and see at least. No news of that as of now. But you do have the Star Safety System, and of course, Toyota Safety Sense on the Tacoma and Tundra. One thing that I am excited about is that there's supposedly going to be more of these TRD Pro vehicles available, which is why they're kind of offering some optional equipment. As I mentioned, the desert air intake on the passenger side up top of the Tacoma, and also something I didn't mention on the Tundra is an optional moonroof. So you will have an optional moonroof on the Tundra, which is fantastic because a lot of people look at this vehicle as more as a Highline or premium model, and so we will have an optional moonroof up top, which I like. So I'm very excited about the 2019 TRD Pro lineup. I think this is going to be fantastic. I'm very, very excited about the Tundra. Can't wait to get one. Of course, we'll probably see these somewhere in the fall. So there's a lot of time between now and then, but we'll get more information to you as soon as it's available to us. I'm Jonathan Sewell Sells at Bondy's Enterprise Toyota. Please comment below with any questions you have. Call or text for more information. And subscribe to my channel for more information about everything Toyota. Thanks for joining me today.